we have another concept. Just mute all of you in your side. So we have for every string constant, one object will be created in SAP area. But because of run time operation, if object is required to create, that object will be placed only in heap area and not SAP area. What I want to tell you. Okay. So what happened if you are creating a constant? So what is meaning of constant and all? We'll see that. So this is the code and how to find the output of this code. So we already know we have our two area here. So one is your string constant pool area and one is your heap area. So this is your heap and this is your SAP, the string constant pool area. So you can see if you are using new keyword, then what happens? One object will be created in heap area and one object will be created in SAP area. So this is your Java and this is your Java, and S1 will point to here. S1 will point here, right? S1. Okay. So when you are using this concat, so in technically word we are telling the constants. When you are using this concat method, then what happens? One object will be created in SAP area. That is called Selenium, right? This is your Selenium. Okay, and S1 dot concat, then here it will concat it. Okay, so this is your Java Selenium. S1 dot concat, and this will point, S1 will point here. S1 will point here. Okay, so now again I am going to dot concat. So what happened? This constant, so first object will be created in SAP area, that is called your SQL, right? SQL, and concating this S1 dot concat. So S1 is your Java, this is your S1 dot concat. So S1 is where it is S1, right? So here it will come your Java SQL, Java SQL. You can see this one is your S2, this one is your S2, right? This one is your S2. Again, one constant, this is your manual. So here we have a manual. Okay, so now we have manual. And again I'm going to concat S1 dot. So S1 your Java and Java manual. Sorry. Here we have a Java manual. And and you can see I again assign this value for s1. So what happened, it won't, this s1 will point here. So this is how, if you have a scenario like that, someone will ask what is the output. To Java. Actually I did some changes in microfinance, so I have installed one software, so that software having some problem, so that's why it is coming like that. So leave it this. So this is the output it is coming, right? So we have a output your s1. So s1, you can see what is the output is coming. S1 is your Java manual, and your Java SQL is your s2 value. There it is, Java SQL, right? So this is your, if you have a scenario like that, then how to find that. So this is the one example. So you can see I have written here, for every string constant, one object will be created in SAP area. So this is the every constant will create in SAP area, this all this object, but after that you are going to concat at a runtime, the object will be created in heap area. So because of some runtime operation, if object is required to create, that object will be placed only in heap area, not in SAP area. While doing concatenation or performing any other operation, so because of runtime, the object will be placed in the heap area. So that's why we are, this all objects are placed inside this heap area. Same example I have, so it will explode. Okay, no problem. Whatever we have learned will explode this value. Okay. Got it, right? So we have a string new, same concept, we are not doing anything extra here. So we have a heap area and we have a SAP area. Got it, right? So new keyword, then we have new keyword means one object will be created in heap, one object will be created in SAP area, right? So this is your spring, and this is your again spring, right? So now we have this s1. So s1 will point here down. Again we have a concat. So this constant, then what happened? One object will be created in SAP area. That is your, what else? This is your summer. Okay. Then concat s1 dot concat a spring constant. Right, so this is your spring constant. Spring summer. Okay, so here we have s1. So this is your s1 will point here. Same concept, just I change the object, right? I'm not doing anything extra and all. So we have a constant. Okay, so constant first object will create it here, winter, right? We have a winter. Okay, so now we have a concat s1 dot concat. a spring winter. A spring winter, and this is your S2. This is your S2, right? String winter, yeah, this is your S2, right? So we have a concat again fall, right? So what happened? One object will be created here. This is your fall, right? This is your fall. And concat s1 dot concat fall. Okay, so now again going to do s1 dot a spring. So s1 a spring fall. So same concept. If you are getting any this type of code and someone will ask what the output will come, just we have to follow same concept, right? So spring fall, here we have a spring fall. And this is your S1, right? So we have a spring winter and a spring fall. Got it, right? So if I will compile this code and will execute this, so output is coming a spring fall S1. So S1 is your a spring fall, right? And S2 is your spring winter. So just do the practice for the same, and you can add more object to do the practice. So this is how this concept is working. Okay, so I think we have only 2 example for that, so just go through one. So we have a constructor inside this string, right? So we have a string. When you are creating an object, this is called create an empty string object. Here we can pass the literal also. Okay, so we have a literal string literal, so create the string object on the heap area for the literal object. You can pass here parameter as a string buffer also. So create an equivalent string object for a string buffer, right? So we have a create an equivalent string object for given char array, right? So here you can pass the directly char array also. So we have some inbuilt method, and we'll see that you guys are started practice for logical programming. If you not started, please start. Okay, got it, right? So we have this character type of an array and going to convert into the string type, right? So this is your char array, created an object and passing this reference. Then what happened? This character value will convert it into the string type. Okay, so this C ABCD is converted into the string type. Got it, right? So this is the one example. Some of the important method are there. So we have a method called caret. Okay, return the character locating at the specified index. Caret. Okay, so return the character locating the specified index. So what is meaning of a specified index? So we have this. Right. So here we have a string. So I'm going to get the index value 3, and index is a start from 0, right? So we have a 0 1 2 3, right? 0 1 2 3, then value will come a. Index start from 0, so that's why this 0 value is coming, right? And we have one more thing. If you don't have this, right, I exceeded index value, but we don't have this 30. So at a compile time we will not get any error, but at a runtime we will get error. then error is exception in thread main, a string index outer bound exception, right? So this is the error because this string, this index is not there, you have exceeded this index, right? So that's why we are getting index outer bound exception. We have a concat method, right, to overload and operator to meet for the concat. Okay, so let's see what I want to tell you. So this is your concat, how to concat the string. Okay, so we have a string and concatenating this value, right? So by using this concat method we can also concat that, and by using this plus operator, this plus operator, we can also concat the value. Okay, so let's try this. Okay, so we have concated all this value, right? We have a first, here we are getting the output for Java Selenium. After that I concated SQL also, here it is concated, and here I concated also manual also. So how to concat the value inside this string? By using the concat method. So we have a method called equal ignore case. So parameter is a string type, and to compare the content compulsory where case is not important. Actually the spelling is wrong, we will correct it later. Okay. So equals, what is the difference between equal and equal ignore case? So equal ignore case means it doesn't matter the case or at all. Let's see. I have a two string, okay, just I'm going to comparing this string, content of this string. So this is your small Java and this is your capital Java, right? So if you will compile this code and if you will execute this code, then value we are getting false. Why? Because both content are different. But if you are using equal ignore case, it will ignore this case, right? So now the value will come true. Okay, so this is equal ignore case. So we have a method called substring and return substring from the begin index to the index, and we have another one more method. Here we have a two parameter, okay, being index and in index. So substring from begin index to in index. What I want to tell you, this is like theory. If you will go through the theory, many things not able to understand, then you will do the practice. Okay, so what is the meaning of that? We will get the here substring. Okay, we will get here substring. You can see I have given the index 3, then 0 1 2 3. Okay, so here the value will start here 0 1 2 3. Okay, till now whatever the value is there, so we will get here substring DEFG. Okay, if I will change is like 2, right, then what happens? 0 1 2, the value will come from here. We are getting the substring of that. Alright, C D E F G, same like that. So here substring start 0 1 2, okay, and this value you have given 5, right? It will just do like that, 5 minus 2, it will go till 3, right? So starting value 0 1 2, that is fine, and here we have a value 5, right? So in value, just minus this and make it this. 1 second, okay. Okay, so got it, right? So this substring starting value is 0 1 2 and minus 5, right? So it will go like 3, C D E. So like that you can find this value. can change this, a string value and do the practice for the same. Not a big deal. How to find the length? So we have a length method. So by using this length method, you can find the length. Here we have also one more thing. What is the difference between the length variable and length method? So here you can see we have a length variable and length method, right? What is the length variable? You have any idea about of length variable?
Length variable basically used to find the length of array.
Yeah. So length variable is used to find the length of an array, but length method will find the length of a string. Okay. So length is coming 4. Okay, so this is the question, what is the difference between length and length variable? So length variable okay, applicable for arrays but not for a string object, whereas length method applicable for a string object but not for array. So we have a one more that is called replace method. So let's see what is meaning of replace method. This is not enough, just I have given few method example, but you guys will do practice for more. Okay, so how to do the practice I will tell you. Okay, so we have a replace method, right? So it will accept two value, two parameter, old char and new char. We have a old char and we have a new char, right? So this is your old and replace with new, right? So this method, you can see all the a value replaced with b, right? So this is use of replace value. So here we will write the old and here we will write the new. So we have a two lowercase and two uppercase. If uppercase is there, it will convert into the lowercase. If any lowercase is there, it will convert into the uppercase. We have a trim method to remove blank spaces, present being and end of the step but not in the middle. So if you want to remove this blank space, then we will use this trim, and it will remove the beginning and end of the string but not in middle of a string, right? So this is your trim method, how to use this. Okay, so we have a trim method, just this and this will, I want to remove that. Okay, so not required to save the class again. I will use here, right? So it will trim this value. A B A B B A. Okay, so it is trimmed, right? This value is trimmed now. There is no space are there. So we have a method called index of, right? So we will get here index value. You have to find like caret. I want to find the index of G, right? A B C D. So here we will get the index of. So by using this index of okay, so now value is coming 2. Got it, right? So this is your index of how to use that. We have a last index. How you will get the last index value? So many methods are there. Okay, just go through once and do the practice, so in real time if requirement will come, then you can use this all the methods, right? So we have a like, so here index of means will get what value? 0, right? And here we will get here the last one, right? 0 and 4. Here index of is looking which, where in which position this a value is coming first, right? If it is coming in the 0 position, then 0 index, but last index it will check in the last which position a is there. From the last it will, like I remove this, then value is now from the last it is coming your 2, right? From the last it is coming 2, right? So like that we can find this value for index. We have a replace all. Okay, so this a value will replace with s, right? In place of a, now replace with s. In place of a, replace with s. So this is your inbuilt method is there. So just go through that and once and do the practice for all. I'm going to stop your session. We have an important concept